Good morning, happy Friday, and happy Easter weekend. It is going to be beautiful here in Denver. I think we're hitting 70s. It's crazy. How are you all feeling today? I hope you are feeling good and energized. I know that I said to have your shorter bands attached to the front, but you know what? I cannot find mine. They have disappeared. I told Dan that I'm pretty sure that I have a ghost. They've literally just disappeared. I thought maybe Barney hid them under the bed. Anyway, so have your longer bands handy because we'll be using those today until I can have Dan send me a new pair. Or maybe they'll somehow miraculously show up. Hi, Ginny. I'm telling you, so many weird things have been happening lately. I don't know if they've been happening to you. Our power went out like for a split second the other night, and now my internet is very challenged. So none of my servers are working, and I'm like technically challenged. So I know that I have to reboot my internet modem, but I'm afraid to, because I'm afraid if I unplug, that I'm going to lose stuff. I don't know what I'm doing, honestly. It's all I can do to get this going, and hopefully it's not glitchy because I've definitely dealt with the manufacturer a couple of times now, and I'm not really getting any kind of solution there, but hopefully it's not too bothersome. But Ginny, if you can let me know that the volume's okay, that would be great. So look, it's April. It's a new month, so that means a new theme. And of course, it is spring into spring. And you know, what does renewal mean to you? For me, it kind of means letting go of old habits that no longer serve me and just kind of working on adopting more positive habits to replace those bad habits. It's kind of like shedding the old self and opening yourself up to a renewed self. And also it means, you know, just getting some pep in your step, right? So maybe that just means getting outdoors more because we all know how good vitamin D is for us. You know, it's the happy hormone, right? Vitamin D, because it creates that serotonin in our body. So it's really good to get outside whenever you can, get active, get moving, stay hydrated, of course. I was wondering if anybody got that bottle on Amazon. That's everybody's talking about now. It's this giant water bottle that has the times that you're supposed to drink, so you make sure you're consuming enough water every day. I think it's a great idea. You know, just carry that thing around with you all day long, so you make sure that you're getting the proper amount. And you know, also it's a great time to reset your sleep schedule, you know, because when it's darker outside and the more colder, you know, kind of dreary months, it kind of throws us off a little bit, doesn't it? So, hi, Ginny. Okay, so you'll let me know when I move back and turn on the music, okay? Yeah, so as far as, you know, make sure you try to get up the same time every day, you know, have that routine set for yourself. And of course, to make sure that you get a good night's sleep, you want to make sure that everything's nice and dark. You want to stop any distractions a couple hours, or at least an hour, you know, phone, TV, laptop, all that stuff. And you know, I like to do just some deep breathing exercises or even a short little meditation. I even like to do some easy yoga flows just to start kind of winding down. Of course, you have to stop eating like 3 hours before you go to sleep, because otherwise you're spending the whole time, your system is trying to fight to digest your food. So you're going to wake up with like kind of that food hangover as well. And then another thing to watch out for is no alcohol, especially 4 hours before you go to sleep, because again, that really interferes with your sleep patterns. And make sure to get your doctor check. Spring is just a great time to just check in, make sure everything's, your prescriptions are on track, everything's working as it should be. Make sure you get all your screenings done. Hi, Ken. But I would love to hear from you what spring and, what renewal means to you. I kind of liked my topic title, which was How to Spring Clean Your Health. So for me as well, it's like, let's just paint our plate with the rainbow of colors. So we're really just bringing in lots of color with our vegetables and our fruits. I especially like all the berries. And, just the more you can stick to a lot of fruits and vegetables, the better you're going to feel, So those are just a few tips I have for you before we get started. We are going to start sitting on our chair. Sorry, Barney. So what I want you to do is you're going to sit tall. And you're kind of going to scoot to the edge of your chair a little bit. And we're just going to wake up those transverse abdominal muscles. So all you're going to do is lift your arms. Your spine is nice and straight. And you're just thinking about that breath. And this is going to start engaging those muscles. So you're just breathing. And I want you to, on the exhale, contract those deep core muscles, okay? So inhale. Exhale, contract. Hi, Betsy. How are you doing today? Got any great plans for the weekend? I'm going to brunch my neighbor's house on Easter Sunday, and of course I'm going to hit a service, so it'll be lovely. Now we're holding this, so I really want you to focus on that breath and those contractions. As you exhale, you're just contracting those transverse abdominal muscles, those deep core muscles. And now we're going to do an opposite knee lift. So just as high as you can go. So we're going to start engaging those lower abdominals. Now your arms are going to probably start getting a little tired. And if they get a little too tired, of course, you can release the arms down. So look, it's a very small move. I'm starting to wake up my hip flexors as well. And you're just going to exhale as that knee comes up. How's the sound? Is this still okay? My arms are definitely getting tired. What's going on? And we're just going to do a couple more of these. And last one. And then release those arms. Wow. If that doesn't get the blood circulating, I don't know what does, right? And now what we're going to do is scoot even further on the edge. You're going to bring your arms forward. All we're going to do is pitch forward and then back. And as you pitch forward, I want you to pull those abdominals in. Okay? So as you come forward, you're going to exhale and contract those abdominals. These are just a couple little drills just to start really engaging your core. Do you feel that? It's such a small move, right? But I like it. And it's up to you, by the way, how far you want to come forward. You really just want to go to your natural range of motion while keeping a straight spine. And we're going to do two more. And last one. And then we're just going to shake it out. We're going to start marching those legs a little bit. And then just release the arms. Big arm circles back. And just a couple more here. And now we are going to do that core crunch. So you're going to bring your arms up, exhale down, lift your knee. Inhale. Hi, Deb. How are you doing today? Are you going to work out with me? We're just warming up the core. Really reach. As you exhale down, pull those abdominals in. And you can also do this same one standing if you prefer. Really reach for the ceiling and exhale down. And one for each side. And relax. Okay, now we're just gonna get a better seat on the chair. Bring your arms here, relax your abdominals, and just go into a nice, easy waist twist. And you're gonna keep that going. I'm gonna turn on some music for us. So let me know how that volume is, if you're still able to hear it. Hear me okay. So keep those waist twists going, and we're not holding our breath. All right. For 4, 3, and 2. Last one. And bring it back to the center. Now we're just going to do an easy side reach. Exhale as you reach. Try to get that elbow right next to your ear and reach through those fingertips and breathe into your side body. Easing you in on a Friday morning. For 4, and 3, 2, and last one here. Good. Okay, now we're just going to stand up, and I'm going to go to the side. Adjust this a little bit. Okay, so we are just going to get ready to stand up. If you would rather bring the chair behind the board and use the poles, that's great. Otherwise, we're just going to stand up and sit. Stand and sit. Now make sure when you stand, make sure you look down and those knees are over your ankles. So we're just warming up your quadriceps and your knees. Take your time and use your breath to stand up. Find that chair. How are you doing? We're going to do 4 more. And last one, you're going to hold it at the top, and then we're going to turn that chair around, and we're going to warm up our hamstrings. So we're just going to do those leg curls. So keep your chest up. Your standing leg is bent. Now exhale as that leg comes up. We are springing into spring. So again, I'd really love to hear from you on what spring renewal means to you, and maybe what your focus is going to be for this month. Use that breath. We're going to do 4 more. And then we're going to hold it at the top. Now look, with a bent leg, we're just going to do bent leg, little presses out. So look, we're focusing a little bit more on your glutes, but I do really want you to keep those abdominals in tight. Your shoulders are dropped. Exhale as that leg comes out. Do you feel that in your glutes? I do. For 4, 3, 2, last one, hold. Now straight leg and lift and lower. Now look, it's a small move. I want you to flex your foot. Keep those hips forward. Exhale up. For 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it at the top. Now if you're feeling strong and you want to take one arm off, engage your core even more. And then if you want, try to take both arms off. You're breathing deeply here. Your first balance drill. How are you doing? And then release. And just kick it out. Release it a little bit. Did you feel that? I sure did. Just release, release for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and we're going to switch to the other leg. So first we're going to go into those leg curls. Drop your shoulders, keep your chest up, abdominals are in tight always to protect that low back, and use your breath. I really want you to put your mind in your hamstrings. Squeeze it just like you would a biceps, okay? Just think about your hamstrings like your biceps. Remember, you can always add more resistance by visualizing that leg coming up through thick mud, right? Now we're going to hold it at the top and we're going to do those bent leg press outs, engaging our glutes. Don't tighten those shoulders. Don't hold your breath. Let's firm up that booty, shall we? For 4, 3, 2, last one, let's hold it. Now straighten your leg, flex your foot, lift and lower. It's a long leg lift. Doesn't matter how high. Exhale up each time. For 4, 3, 2, last one, let's hold it. Now if you're feeling strong, take one arm off. Only if you're feeling stable, try to take the other arm off. Pick that focal point, use your breath. And release. How did you do? Remember, it's always good to check our progress, right? To see where we're at with those floor balance exercise drills. Release, release. For 4 and 3 and 2. Last one here. Good. Okay, now we are going to go behind the board. Just have your chair nearby, because if you ever need to take a seat, you know what to do. Okay, we are going to go into calf raises now. Keep that board center. Let's lift and lower. Just starting to really warm up your calf muscles now. And use your breath. Are you going to do an Easter egg hunt this weekend? You know, Easter, I always have such fun memories of putting on my little Easter dress and Mom hiding our Easter basket. She always hid it in the same place, so I always knew where it was going to be. It was in the washer or the dryer. And we'd go to Sunday church in our cute little Easter dresses, do our little Easter egg hunt. How are you going to celebrate Easter? I'm excited to go to brunch. For 4 and 3, exhale up. 2, last one, let's hold it at the top. And if you're feeling super duper confident, you can take one hand off, always picking that focal point, engaging your core. If you want to take both hands off. How are you doing? You feeling good? I'm feeling pretty good today. And then one hand down, other hand down, drop those heels and bring your feet a little wider apart and just go into your hamstring curls to release, release. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good, now side to side. Really testing our balance on the floor before we jump on this board. I love to get some feedback on how you're doing with those balance drills on the floor. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Now back to the center. Let's just step it out. Now we're going to step up onto that red activator ball and we're going to push forward. So first, stabilize. Okay? Step up. On the ball of your foot, press forward. Try to find that center and push back. Step, press, and push back. How are you doing? I'm moving my mat all over the place. So I'm gonna, okay, here we go. Really working the ball of that foot, but also starting to really work that inner focus, that brain-body connection. Because look, you can tell I'm struggling here to try to maintain that center. So I'm going to concentrate. Push back. So use the strength of that leg to push back. Now, one thing I want you to think about, though. Don't hunch your shoulders up. Find the center before you push back, okay? Find the center, then push back. Are you with me on this? We're going to do one more each side. And good. Now just do some knee lifts. Keep that board center. And you can just keep it going like this, or if you want to add opposite arm, open your side body, reach for the ceiling, and use your breath. Or you could just keep your arms out to the side. This is another option. But when that knee comes up, think about the lower abdominals as well. And one more time each side. And then drop those heels again. Bring your toes together and the heels are out. Board center, come all the way up. Calf raise. So you should feel this a little bit more on the outer portion of your calf muscles. Exhale up. Let's get some pep in that step, shall we? I'm going to go for a nice long walk again tomorrow at the park. It's so beautiful. Spring has finally arrived in Denver. For 4 and 3, 2, last one, let's hold it at the top. Hold, engage that core, drop those shoulders. Are you stable? Do you want to try to take one hand off? How about the other hand? Whoop, that's it for me. Release. Bring your feet a little wider apart. Release it out. Oops. That would help if I move that out of the way a little bit. Release those legs. Now, if you'd like to take your hands off, you don't have to. Let's add that pull back. Start warming up our back muscles as well. Exhale as you pull. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Sidestep it here. You can come a little lower if you'd like. You can put your hands on the pole if you need to. And then if you'd like to take your hands off again, push forward. Chest press. Think about really flexing into those chest muscles. For 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Keep stepping. Then bring it center and step it out. Push that heel down. Now get a quick drink of water, and we're going to do our next exercise on the board. Plant those heels. Take a quick sip. Okay, so we're going to do a super slow knee lift and then a toe tap with the other leg. So first, I want you to step behind the 2 and the 2, rock side to side. Keep those knees bent, drop those shoulders. And then when you're ready, find that center, tucking that pelvis under, dropping those shoulders, thinking about those pressure points in your feet, breathing. Then drop the board to the side, step the right foot behind the number 1. Now what you're going to do is you're going to lift the knee, tap behind the 1. Lift the knee, tap behind the 2. Lift the knee, tap behind the 3. Now we're going to keep that going. That standing leg stays bent. Lift, tap, lift, tap, lift, tap. So first you can check that foot placement. Don't lock out that standing leg and don't hunch those shoulders. Now look, we're going to keep the knee up and we're going to try to find our center. So we're going to walk that foot to that middle line. And again, engage that core. You're going to start feeling this in your hip flexor. So just keep that breath going. How are you doing? Are you with me? Really focusing on these balance moves today. And then release that foot down to the 1, drop the board. Standing leg bent, here we go. Lift, tap to the 1. Lift, tap to the 2. Lift, tap to the 3. I want you to get really very deliberate with that toe placement. Just focusing on your balance, your coordination, that mind-body connection before we go into that balance. Plus, we're really working those hip flexors. Exhale as that knee comes up. Place. And also you can think about pulling your lower abdominals in. Touch. Touch. One more time. And last one here. Hold that knee up. Now, first actually bring that left foot to the center line. Find the center. Lift that knee. Lift that knee. Drop your shoulders. Keep that standing leg bent. Pressure points in your feet are activated. Hip flexor is activated. Use your breath. We're holding it a little bit longer today. Do the best that you can. You're listening to your body. And then release and release and just step and tap. Release those legs. How did you do with that? Feeling strong? Feeling sturdy? Feeling stable? I hope so. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now we're going to step with the right foot behind 2 and the left behind the 1. Now you are uneven here. So this is where it always challenges you a little bit more. First, we're going to rock side to side. And what I'm thinking about is when I come center, I'm really pushing the weight to the outside of this foot. So really not much weight is on the other leg. And then when you've got that, we are going to find that center. So that standing leg is working double time, right? And if that feels good and you want to push your hips back, come up on the ball of the other foot. Are you able to find that center? If you are, you can try going into a partial squat. I am struggling, but I'm going to go for it. It's still very, very important that you push those hips back. Keep that chest lifted. This is a one-leg squat, so this is challenging. So if you want to just do a regular squat and you want to put your feet at 2 and 2, or you want to break and you just want to rock side to side, that's totally okay. You know, this is your workout. You're going at your own pace. If you want to try to challenge yourself for a couple, but only if you don't feel pain in your knee and your form is really strong, okay? Proper alignment is key. Now we are going to hold this one down. Hold, drop those shoulders, pull those abdominals in, working that standing leg like crazy, breathing, then stand up, squeeze the glutes. Then just open it up to 2 and 2 Rock side to side. That was challenging. Okay, now just tap it out and release, my favorite. This is my favorite move, really. Every time I can get a release in the action, right? And you know we got to switch to the other side, right? So first, we're stepping behind the 2, the right one's on the 1. Now first, side to side. Think again about pushing into the outside of that standing foot. Abs are always engaged. You feel that difference when you're shifting your weight? And now try to find that center. Okay, this is trickier, so just do the best you can. Drop those shoulders. And if that feels good and you want to push your hips back, and then if that feels good, come up on the ball of that foot. Whew. I'm going to try. I'm unsteady. Okay, here we go. Partial squat. One leg squat. So what I'm thinking about now is that standing leg, I am pushing all my weight into my foot, and I'm pushing into the board to get back up again. And I'm really using my breath. I'm really working those proprioceptors. I am focused, focused, focused. Really improving joint stability here, folks. Push into the board. Press, push, squeeze slightly at the top. It's not a big move because you're not throwing your back into it. How are you doing? Are you with me on this? Let's do 2 more. Whew. Let's hold it for a brief few seconds. Then bring it up, bring it up, bring it up. Squeeze. Press the heel down, open it up to 2 and 2. Okay, that was a challenge. Let's release it. Step and tap. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now find that center right away. No messing around today. Tuck that pelvis under, find the center. Then push your hips back. And let's go into our squat. Always maintaining that center, gripping those glutes at the bottom. Pushing those feet into the board. Using your breath. Keep those shoulders dropped. How are you doing? Always got to throw in the squats, you know? It really is, for me, what I think personally is one of the best lower body exercises you can do because it hits all your major muscle groups. So we are really building strength. We're really building endurance and stability here. And then hold it at the bottom. Relax those shoulders. If you want to rock side to side while holding, you can. You don't have to. And then hold it center again. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Squeeze the tush. Drop the board, step down and down. Hamstring curls, release, release. Whew. Those legs are feeling it. Arms here if you like. Pull, pull. Exhale as you pull. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now side to side, you can bring it a little lower. You can put your hands on the poles if you need to. Arms here, we're gonna go back into that chest press, push out. Flex into the chest. I'm gonna go this way because I'm gonna turn around so you can see what I'm doing next. We're gonna go into that pivot with a tricep kickback. So look, the elbow stays behind me, and as I tap my toe, I'm fully extending my arm, squeezing into my triceps. Squeeze it like you mean it. 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Then hold it here. Bring your arms out. Sit back. Narrow squat hold. Chest is lifted. Bring your arms here. Curl, press. Lateral curl. Push your hips back. Think about squeezing into your biceps. Exhale. Squeeze those knees together. Feet together. How are you doing? Drop your shoulders. For 4, 3, 2, last 1. Now hold it. Holding, abs in tight. Squeeze those knees together. Building strength and endurance. Pull it up, pull it up, pull it up. Squeeze the tush and just kick it out. Okay, now look, we're gonna grab the yellow bands. Well, I'm grabbing my yellow. And they're the longer bands because like I said at the beginning, a ghost has stole my medium size bands. So I guess the ghost has a bone to pick with me. I don't know. I really don't know what's going on. Okay, we're going to anchor that. This time goes way too fast. I might go a little bit over today, but hopefully that's okay. Because I like to do sometimes a longer warm-up. And now we are going to move those poles, to the center. So anchor. I'm sure your arms are probably still feeling it. From Dan's workout yesterday, right? I know he really gets busy on Thursdays. So if you don't want to do the upper body, you know what? That's completely okay. You can give your upper body a rest. And you can just jump back in for the stretch. Listen, this is your workout, like I said. Okay, make sure that's stable. Get a nice drink of water. And we are gonna step up behind the 2 and the 2, rock side to side. And then when you feel good, find that center. Boy, when I pull my abs in, it's almost like immediately I'm able to find that center. How about you? Now unhook, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna cross that over, bring it up to an external rotation, and then a shoulder press right here. We're gonna stay here. Now look, my chin is retracted in, my knees are bent, pelvis is tucked under, chin is retracted inward, trying to keep that center balance. Exhale as you press up. How are you doing? I'm struggling to keep that center. but I'm not going to give up. Thinking a little bit more now. The pressure points in my feet. And remember, you do not have to fully extend it at the top. Just to here is fine. But make sure that elbow drops vertically down. And then hold it at the top. Release it slowly and then hook it back and just rock side to side. And right away, we're going to find that center again. Tuck that pelvis under, grab your band, lengthen your arm. Come to that external rotation. And here we go. Exhale up. What I love about this is you think you're just working your upper body. No, sir. You're working your core. You're working all your stabilizers. Your lower body is working like crazy. It's foot rehab. It's knee rehab. It's low back rehab. Or I should say, all strengthening drills. But you're listening to your body, okay? If you need to just drop the board to the side and focus on that shoulder press, you do that, okay? But I'm going to focus now. 2 more times. Hold, release, anchor, bring your foot behind 1 and 1, and just shift, shift, shift your hip. And then hold it center. And then if you feel good and you want to go into your calf raise, let's do it. Drop the shoulders. Engage your core. Breathe. Don't forget to breathe. How are you doing? Holding it a little bit longer today. Just really working on your balance and agility. Whew. Okay, I think that's it for me. Drop those heels, step down, and then just go into your hamstring curls. Release, release. And then just step side to side. And now I am going to grab my longer band. I only have the longer green one because my other ones are MIA. Okay. It's not even my longer. This is my medium one. So what I'm going to do is that tricep. So palm down, wrap this around, lock that elbow next to your side, and then just extend. And if you have to lighten up on that resistance, the main thing is just to get that full extension. Really squeezing into that tricep. And hold it. Then release. So look, palm is down. Wrap this around until you feel a good amount of tension. And then when you're ready, extend. Adjust. I'm having a hard time today. Pull your abs in tight. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now look, I want you to grab the band Center, wrap it around just a little bit, and we're going to go into that pivot with a tricep extension. So look, and you can lighten the resistance if you need to. Extend, extend. Keep that elbow behind you. I'm having to kind of compromise because I can't find my other bands. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, now look, I'm going to try to do a biceps curl. So I'm going to step on, lock that elbow in, tuck the pelvis under. Here we go. Exhale up. Stabilize. Squeeze into your biceps. How are you doing? You feeling stronger here? For 4, 3, 2, last one. Let's hold it at the top. Release it slowly. And then we're going to switch. Step on, anchor that band. Lock that elbow in, tuck the pelvis under. Exhale up. Use your breath. And keep that wrist solid. Don't forget to keep the wrist fixed. If you need to aid yourself here, use your other hand to guide that arm up. If you need a little assistance, left one's a little weaker for me. Hold it at the top. Release it down. Good. Okay, now I want you to just grab that band wide, pull it up and back, and I just want you to hold this stretch. Don't arch your back though. Keep a neutral spine. Breathe. And now what I want you to think about doing is pull down to your chest. So I want you to think about those lat muscles, your back muscles. And as you pull it down, I want you to think about pulling the band apart. But you are keeping that chin inward. The knees are bent. Exhale down. So it's just as if you were at the gym and you were sitting in the Nautilus piece of equipment and you were doing a lat pull down to your chest, never behind your neck. That's a no-no. Do you feel those muscles working? Really contract, flex into the lats at the bottom. Keep the core engaged. Just slightly pull it apart at the bottom. And 2 more times. And last one here. Let's hold it down. Breathe and release. And then set that down. And let's just roll the shoulders up and back. Squeeze and release. I felt that. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now big circles. Feet a little wider apart. Big sweeping circles. Open up the chest. Open up the back. one more time. Now look, we're going to bring our arms out to the sides. We're going to flex our hands. And we're just going to do circles, and we're going to work those wrists. So you are, again, engaging your core, relaxing the shoulders down. Try to get a full rotation on those wrists. And then what we're going to do is we're going to hold it. And now we're going to make a fist, and we're going to squeeze as hard as we can. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then release through your fingertips. Again, squeeze. Exhale, release through those fingertips, working those lymphatics. One more time, I'm feeling it. And release. Whew, shake them on out. Roll those shoulders forward, release. Release. That gets that blood surging into those shoulders like nothing else, right? And I thought, you know what? I need to work the wrists sometimes, because personally I have carpal tunnel in both. So currently wearing a brace on the left, had surgery on the right. So if you also have issues, it's good to do those exercises. Even if you have like one of those therapy balls and you can squeeze it, like when you're just sitting around, it really works. I just got like this Putty Me. It's kind of like a dough, and it's got like a aromatherapy scent, and I just kind of work that. Plus I'm getting the added effect of the aromatherapy scent. It's pretty cool. Okay, now let's stretch it out. Let's first stretch out our low back. Push those hips back. Come to that flat back position. Long neck, so you're looking at that red activator ball and you're focusing on your breath. I want you to hold that for 3 to 5 breaths. And then very slowly coming up to standing. Bring that toe up, heel down, board center. Press forward until you feel a good stretch on those calf muscles. Did you work up a sweat? I worked up a sweat. I got pep in my step after that workout. How about you? I'm springing into spring. Okay, one more slow healing breath here. Relax into that stretch. You deserve it. You worked hard. And then release and switch. So I have to make an announcement for Monday's class. I am going to have to switch times. So rather than 9:30 Pacific Standard Time, it's going to be 10:30 Pacific Standard Time because I had to schedule a doctor's appointment. It was the only time they had. So hopefully you can join me. I will make another announcement on Sunday to remind you that it's 10:30 Pacific Standard Time on Monday. After your big Easter extravaganza, you'll need to do the class, right? But as always, if you miss it, it's up for forever and then it goes to YouTube. So you always have access if you missed it, so don't worry. Okay, release, and let's just kick it on out. And then let's stretch out our quadriceps. So you're going to bring that knee up. If you can grab that ankle, Glue those knees together, press those hips forward, drop those shoulders. And then release. And we're going to switch to the other side. Drop the board. Tuck that pelvis under, breathing. And then slowly release. Now interlock your fingers behind your back. Roll the shoulders back, press the shoulders down, then lift, hold and breathe. Take as much breath as you can in with that inhale. Fill those lungs. Hold the breath for a beat and then slowly exhale through the mouth. And then release and shoulder shrugs. Get those shoulders up to the ears, release, then depress them down. Squeeze up to the ears, release, depress them all the way down. Again, squeeze up, retract back this time, then depress, hold it down, and then shake them out. And then let's just bring our arm in front, pull it towards us. This is getting more of the posterior deltoid. So I don't want you to go all the way like this. Keep your head facing forward and just pull it towards you to your natural range of motion without forcing the stretch, and breathe. And then release, release. Let it go. And then switch. Slow inhale through the nose. Hold the breath. Slow exhale through the mouth. Surrender deeper into the stretch. And release, release. And let's stretch out our hamstrings. Heel down, toe up, hinge forward, and hold. Try to keep that leg straight. Abdominals are in tight, chest is lifted. So you're not caving that spine. You're keeping a straight spine. On the exhale, if you can sink in a little deeper without any pain, then please do. Try your best to relax into the stretch. I know sometimes it's hard, but if you really focus on your breath and visualize it, those muscles letting go, so you're not fighting it, and then slowly bringing it up. And switch. Here we go. Drop the board, heel down, toe up. Push the hips back, hold and breathe. How did you do today? I'd love to hear from you. Please give me some feedback on your strengths and where you struggled maybe. What maybe you want me to focus on a little bit more on my Friday workout. We're really here for you, so let us know, okay? And then slowly releasing back up. And now bring your hands behind your head. Push your head into your hands, press those elbows back, tucking that pelvis under, hold and breathe. One more slow healing breath. And then elongate those arms, palms up. Stretch out your biceps. Just wiggle the fingers a little bit. And release and shake them out. Good job. I'm going to come on over for my favorite hip stretch. Got to do it. By the way, I got my first vaccine from Moderna, so I have to wait another 28 days before my second one, and my arm hurts. Ow. Did your arm hurt this much? Wow-wee. Okay, cross that foot over. If that feels good, stay here and breathe. If you want to hinge slightly forward for a deeper stretch. Hi, Susan. Did you do the workout? I'll make sure to check later on all your comments. I'll post the topic about health cleaning, spring cleaning our health, later on as well. Stay nice and tall. Use that breath. And visualize that breath going into that hip and outer thigh. We really work those hip flexors a lot, so really important to stretch thoroughly here. Use your breath. And then very slowly release. Uncross, switch, hold here, or hinge slightly forward and breathe. So don't forget, get active outdoors, get moving, get some good vitamin D. Let some of those bad habits go. We don't need them anymore. Let's think about renewal of our bodies, our spirits, our minds, and just be the best person that we can be. Get plenty of sleep, make sure you're hydrating, and let me know what other things you're going to do to really make April your best month ever, okay? So we are going to spring into spring positively, strongly, and I'm just wishing you all a beautiful weekend and a happy, happy Easter, and sending lots of love. And don't forget, Monday, my class will be 1 hour later, 10:30 Pacific Standard Time, and I will post that as well. Have a beautiful day. Bye, everybody.